Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Damn it, I keep saying Sins of the Solar Empire. I will finish that Let's Play, by the way. But anyway, enough talk about Sins of the Solar Empire, let's get on with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So now we've got Bastila, we're going to start exploring Dantooine more fully. We've killed those Mandalorians. So we'll just have to look for some more. There are quite a few good quests on Dantooine, so I'll try and do as many of them as I can. And it's going to start with a force jump. Good to have Bastila here to kill us. I think I'm going to have to do something about that calf hound there. And I can't, so I'm just going to have to chop it to death. That's one less attack to deal with. Okay, now look at that, those hit points. That's why the calf hounds are the worst.
Yes?
Bastila can't kill. Well, that's okay. We'll just keep exploring. Okay, there's this big patch in the middle here. We're going to need to investigate that. Ah yes, I remember this quest. It's quite a good one. What do you want? Okay. It's essentially CSI Dantooine. Okay. Alright then.
Yes?
Bastila, cure me up. I'll be in full fighting condition before I investigate this case.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusov. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here.
Tell me what happened.
Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it dropped.
But it was
I walk
cloudy.
over here and find Handed standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handed to the prison he belongs in?
You, sir, are a liar.
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Should I have?
I guess under the circumstances, no. Well, I presume you wish to hear my story, then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You
I'll
see,
be
I was
the
out
one
here
jumping
running
to
earlier
conclusions
today.
if you don't
Yes,
mind.
running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. And I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story.
Okay. Let's investigate the scene of a crime. Okay, that's not very descriptive. Let's talk to the droid.
Greetings, Padawan. You must be the one master, but I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Calder Netic, Rickard Lusov, and Handon Gould. I have also had time. Is there any...
Okay, I'll have questions later. At the moment, I need to accuse Mr. Rickard Lusov. Rickard is lying. It was cloudy. Okay, that's step one done.
So, what do you want to know?
Did you know him?
Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife.
That's
Right.
all for now. So, business partner.
How can I be of further assistance? I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him.
No one says you killed him. Yet.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? How... Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him. Of course,
Okay.
of course.
Right, let's have a talk to the droid.
Is there any other information you need? The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Netic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other
Didn't Mr.
information you
Gould
need?
say he prefers not to ride speeder bikes? Interesting.
According to the municipal authorities near the Garang spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusov was making accusations at a Mr. C. Netic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
Let's talk to Gould and confront him
How
about
can I
the
be of
speeder.
further assistance? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him.
I want the truth now.
My wife was cheating on me with him. We slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But as much as I may hate him for that, could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime.
Okay. Now let's talk to Rickard about...
So, what do you want to know?
Yes.
Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are. Right.
Is there any... Very well.
Okay, so let's go over a few things
How
once
can I be
more.
a further... Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but not kill him. I hope you don't find that incriminating. You know, normally I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder, Mr. Medic, he was not a very nice person. Not a very nice person to me or my family. I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife, right under my nose, no less. But as much as I may
awkward for
hate
you.
him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I was just out running. Of course.
Okay. Let's quick save. Don't crash. Okay. Let's discuss the murder. I would have to go with hand in his line. Actually, let's just see what we've... Yeah, I think it's hand in.
다 공주스 딱 미끼 그랍을 먹고 같이 주이다 보던가 돌바방 같이 군이다 하던가 무주샷 박한.
Okay, let's have a look at the murder weapon.
Is there any... We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very...
How can I be of further assistance? Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. How can I be of...
You're lying.
That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cat hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Of course.
Okay, let's talk to
So,
Rickard
what do
about
you
it.
want to know? That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's.
Interesting.
So... Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. Right.
Okay. Right, let's talk to the
Is there
information
any other...
droid.
I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any...
That's interesting.
Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster would hardly even an Irias can take. I would most appreciate... How can I...
I can't confront him about it?
Of course.
Well then, I guess I'm gonna have to talk to Oh, look.
Runda di hodonga kun hanka. Kachi kun ida hodonga. Mucho shak pakat.
Okay, blood sample.
Is there any other...
Tell me about the blood sample.
I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the Enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded.
Of
We
course.
cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
Now,
How
talk
can I
about
be of
their
further
injuries.
assistance? Injured? How can I be?
Okay. Maybe not.
Of course.
So, what? Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before
Sorry
I
about
found the
bumping the
body.
mic, everybody.
But it's nothing that serious. So. Right.
Okay.
Is there any... These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Irias are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calf hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly.
Tell me
There have
about it.
been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calf hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any... I have just received the... We cannot get it. Is there any other...
Okay.
Very...
Let's go one more time.
How can I be of further?
Wait a minute. Let's investigate the crime scene again. Okay, there's nothing there. I'm gonna quick save as I always do, then talk to Bullock.
Tong abom sha umni. Runda di hodonga.
I think it's handles. It was probably Handens because he's clutching his side.
Runda di hodonga kun hanka bi.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jedo badawana ni di bobo. Tong na bung sha nununya. Ta kunjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank waleo.
No, they are both guilty.
Runda di hodonga kun hanka bi. Wana kun tong abom sha umina.
We knew Caller was having an affair with Handon's wife, but what possible motive could Rickard have for wanting Caller dead?
Ta kunjus tak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank waleo gandan. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno bamu. Runda di hodonga kun hankabi. Wana kun tong haidwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Damn you.
Damn both of you.
Ta kunjus tak
Yeah,
miki
it's a
grabel
very
mogo.
complicated case, but I remembered how it ends, so that's the only reason I thought they both did it.
Waleo ganda naru. Kachikun ita hodonga. Tong haidwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita poe
Well done. I'm impressed. Not sure I could have done as well.
achuta. Wonga kun
Well,
bif
it certainly was fun to do. Okay, so that's one of the quests on Dantooine resolved, and we got 1300 experience points for it, so that was good. Okay, let's have a look at the map. We've still got to explore a big gap in the middle there, and we'll do that next time on Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I'll see you there.